In this video, it will mainly explain to you how do we further factorize quadratic expression. So before I start into the elaboration, I would like to wish everyone, especially to my students, a happy new year, and I wish that your studies will get even better. So let's start on factorization. It is actually the reverse process of expansion. So let's take an example when I ask you to expand x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 4. I have two methods. In the first method, I will actually split one of the brackets into its individual term, and I will pair it with the remaining brackets. So x times x will give us x squared, x times 4, 4x, 2 times x, 2x, 2 times 4, 8. So I'm going to collect all the like terms. For this case, 4x and 2x are like terms. So after some simplification, I'll get a final answer of x squared plus 6x plus 8. In the second method, I will do a multiplication frame, which looks something like this. So when I have x plus 2 as my first term, I'll put it onto my first row, and x plus 4 is my second term. I'll leave it to my second row. So all I need to do is I need to tabulate the 4 different values in the multiplication frame. So x times x give me x squared, 2 times x, 2x, 4 times x, 4x, and lastly 4 times 2 gives me 8. So therefore this expansion would be the summation of the 4 components that I just found, and hence I'll get the final answer x squared plus 6x plus 8. So just a summary, when I have a quadratic expression and I want to expand this, it will turn out to be x squared plus 6x plus 8. If I want to factorize this quadratic expression, I'll get into two brackets. So this is the main concept that we are driving towards to. So how do we actually factorize quadratic expression, you may ask? So let's take a look at an example. If I ask you to factorize x squared plus 6x plus 8, which is the previous example we just done, this is how we're going to do. First, we ensure that the arrangement of the terms in this quadratic expression are according to the power of x in descending order. So this means that I'm going to put x squared on as the first term, followed by x term, followed by the constant term. So I'm going to write x squared in the top left corner and 8 in the bottom right corner of a multiplication frame. So what is a multiplication frame? I'm going to draw it out. This would be my multiplication frame, and I'm going to put x squared in the top left corner and 8 on the bottom right corner. Step 2. Consider the factors of x squared and 8. So how am I going to consider the factors of x squared and 8? X squared has one factor, which is x and x. As for 8, I can leave it as 1 times 8, or I can say this 2 times 4. So I have two pairs, or rather two sets of factors. So since x squared is equals to x times x, I'm going to put the factors on the first column and the first row, which is what I'm doing here. As for 8, I have two sets of values. I'm going to try with using 1 times 8. So let's try putting 1 and 8 over here. So fill up the remaining box. I'll get 8x over here and 1x over here. So let's check. When 8x plus x, I'll get 9x. Does this value over here tally with this value? No. So since it does not tally this value, it also means that I cannot use the factor 1 and 8. I am going to change it such that it will fit 6x. So let me erase away this and I'll continue trying on the second set of factors 2 and 4. So when I put 2 over here and I put 4 over here, what happens is I'll get 4x in this box and I'll get 2x in this box. Let's take a check. 4x plus 2x gives me 6x, and this actually tallies with the given expression, and this is where step 3 comes in. Multiply them to complete the multiplication frame and check whether the result matches the given expression. So since it matches the given expression, I would therefore write it as x squared plus 6x plus 8 would therefore give me x plus 2 and x plus 4. This will be the final answer. So if you have any further doubts or any clarification, please refer to your textbook and read through one more time.